Hey guys, another week, another game dev vlog, and apologies for the weird sounding voice. I'm getting over being sick. Obviously, it's been a little while since the previous video. It's been just over 2 weeks for a couple of reasons. So to start off with, we did get everybody at its universe officially into the closed beta. That officially started on the 4th, though it was a couple of days until we started inviting more than just the alpha patrons because we had a few issues to get sorted out first. But we have officially started that. That's been going all right. I haven't been able to work on a whole lot of updates myself throughout this period, but I've done a little what I can. But basically, I've been busy with a few different things. So to begin with, on the weekend around the launch, I was actually participating in the LDJAM. So the theme was announced on Friday evening as Start With Nothing. I did start off with some interesting ideas for a story, but overall, I had a little bit of trouble with that throughout the rest of the jam, but at this point, I did come up with an idea for the character and the general look and feel and general gameplay style, so I did start working on that as soon as I could on Saturday morning. So I started by throwing together a basic project using my Hakes version of my own game engine, Frost 2D. Still need to finish the revamp to that, and I started putting together all of the basics for what I needed. I knew that the visual style needed a simple animation system, I knew I needed the ability to walk back and forth, I wanted a smooth camera to follow, and of course I knew what the character was supposed to look like because I'd done some concept art the night before. So overall, from a technical standpoint, everything was going pretty well at this stage, but I was still struggling with my actual story and gameplay idea. And even once I got into the second full day, I was still struggling with a lot of these aspects. So I basically just continued working on what I knew I would need, such as the system to be able to display dialogue and whatnot. But now I could tell it was getting pretty tight and I really needed to figure out what I was doing. So as I was getting farther in the day, I was figuring out some interesting ideas, such as my interpretation of the theme being that the environment would start out pretty empty, and then as you collect items, more and more things appear and manifest themselves in this reality that you are in. So I basically just started experimenting with ideas, branching off from that. I came up with the idea of 2 statues, one on either side, and then I just tried to see if I could come up with a story from all of that. And by the time we got to the morning of day 3, I did figure out basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to have the main character think they are just in a dream, but there are these 2 entities observing the main character and experimenting, because normally people can't get here. It's kind of an abstract idea. It's a little bit vague in a lot of aspects, but that's part of the style, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's very simple. I wasn't able to get all the sounds in, and the gameplay had to be cut short in the last hour or so because I was realizing I was not going to be able to get everything in. And yeah, within the last 5 to 10 minutes of the jam, I figured out the name of the game, Tale of the Dreamer, and I threw together a basic main menu and all of that. So yeah, game is out there if you want to check it out and let me know what you think. The link is down in the description below. But yeah, that's that. I haven't gotten around to responding to comments just yet because of other reasons I'll get into in just a moment, but overall, yeah, I am pretty happy with how it turned out. So coming out of the jam, I decided to take a short break, about a day, just unwind, not really do all that much. I really did not feel like working on anything at that point. But I did get back into working on Everybody It's Universe stuff, getting what bug fixes and such I could get done over the rest of the week. But as we were reaching near the end of this last week, I was starting to get hit by this sickness that's been going around in my family right now. Just some sort of cold, but it's enough to really knock you down. And of course that was a bit of an issue, not just because of trying to stay focused on the Everybody It's Universe stuff, but also on Saturday we were planning to go to GDEX, that local game development expo. So on Saturday morning, woke up feeling pretty bad, but took some medicine and stuff and went to GDEX and overall enjoyed the day. We went to a few different talks, played a few demos, met our uncle there who is also interested in game development stuff, getting started there, and overall just pushed through how rough I was feeling to make the most out of it. It is always nice to be able to experience some of that stuff in the real world every once in a while, because all of this game development stuff is generally online, and obviously that can feel a little fake sometimes compared to really seeing things and talking to people in the real world. So anyway, I guess that is going to have to be it for today. So as always, I'm going to thank my contributors over on Patreon. It really is a massive help. If you want to check it out for yourself, the link is down in the description below. And of course, I thank everybody at its patrons as well. So yeah, I'll see you around.